Hello folks, welcome. Just cleaning off my mirror because it gets rather spattered and manhandled sometimes. So, yeah, as you can hear in the background, I've got my gas kiln in operation, so we do have a little bit of background noise. C'est la vie. Such is life. Such is life in the pottery. Okay. Actually, I'm working feverishly hard because I've got a show that I'm participating in State College here in central Pennsylvania. There it is. It's the Winter Craft Market, and it is this coming weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 3rd and 4th December, and it's open from 10 until 5. Okay, at the Mount Nittany Middle School, and the address is 656 Brandywine Drive, State College, PA 16801. But you can actually go to a website which is www.wintercraftmarket.com. If you go there, you can get all the information you need. Anyway, I'm going to be there. Let's hope we can sell some pots. Anyway, what I'm actually doing right now, this moment, is I've got to make some storage jars, such as these, lidded. So what we're going to do is I'm going to throw the body, and then I'm going to throw the lid. Okay? Just for your information, this storage jar weighs, the body weighs 2.5 pounds and the lid weighs 7 ounces. Okay? And the lid is thrown all in one. Okay? And it's made to fit because we measure. We measure. So 2.5 pounds and 7 ounces for the lid. This is a storage jar which you'll notice has got this recess at the top here, and the reason for that is so you can pick it up and get hold of it and get a secure grip on it with your hands. That's the reason for it. Okay, without further ado, I've got my clay lumps here. Let's put them just to one side. I'll put them over there. I've got my ruler because I've got to measure. These are, hang on, I've got them written down here somewhere. These are, yeah, I throw them 8 inches tall, 5 inches wide, and has a 3 3/4 inch opening for the lid. So, see if I can do one of these. Let's get the camera down there where the action is. Down there. Okay, there you have it. I hope that's in focus. It looks a bit blurry. Who knows with this camera? Anything could happen. La la la. So, my ruler, got my mirror. We're good to go. I hope we can see. Got a million lights on as usual. Right, won't need my glasses. Yeah, I needed some sort of slightly taller shapes because although I'm firing the kiln now, I'm also going to be having a bisque firing tomorrow. So I thought I'll rattle off a few of those storage jars and I'll get them super dry in the jet stream. Now it means I get them dry super fast because this kiln is on, so then it means I can speed them through. Okay, now this is a good shape for us to go back to our cylinder making. Because that's all it is, isn't it? A cylinder, really. I'm lifting, you see now, you notice it's conical, and that's very important. Keep it coned in. You'll move the clay a lot quicker, because you see, if you're coning upwards and inwards, the diameter is less, so that means the clay travels. So you can get some height. Pulling the clay, lifting up into the cone. Now with these, when I lift, I don't take them right to the top. I leave a slightly chunky piece on the top here because I'm going to be making a gallery there for a lid, you see. Okay, pushing in at the base, grabbing the clay, pulling it upwards. Alright, now don't go over the, just to there, you see, leaving that nice little, that little bit of generousness you need to leave. Now these are storage jars, they're not designed to be made like they're wafer thin. The life of a storage jar is a little bit rough and ready, you could say. See, I'm already giving it that accent there just at the top. Okay, let's get the rule, see where we're at. Well, we're 7 3/4 inches. So height wise we're almost there, aren't we? Keep it nicely wet. Okay, I'm just going to give it a little bit more height. Oh yeah, we're 8 1/4 now. That's good. 8 1/4. Okay, what next? What next, indeed? Let's have a look. This needs to be fairly straight, but it's very, very slightly bowed in the, you know what I mean, bowed. It's not vertical. It's got a very slight bow to it. So it's very slightly wider. Very, very slightly wider in the middle than it is there or down there. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm using my throwing stick, going in at the base, cleaning away the clay. Now it's really important to clean away, finish off the bottoms of your pots, because there's nothing that gives a pot away more than its bottom and its top. What happens in between the bottom and the top, well, that doesn't matter really. Just make sure you get the bottom and the top right, and you should find that what happens in between will work itself out. So I'm using my sponge on a stick, okay? Just cleaning there. Now, I'm bringing it in a little bit there. Okay, so now bring in a bit more actually. You'll note that there's quite a lot of generosity here in the top of the storage jar. And the top of a storage jar can have a bit of a rough life, so we don't want to make it, as I said before, we don't want to make it a delicate affair. We want it a little bit of robustness there. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to form the gallery. Now in forming the gallery, I'm actually going to use the back of my thumbnail here to push in. But in so doing, I'm also going to support the clay here on the outside, because if I just push from the inside out, it's just going to widen and deform the pot, isn't it? So I'm going to support it on the outside there. So to do this, we need a little bit of water there, and with my thumbnail on my left hand, I'm just going to push in there and make a recess. Now it takes a bit of a knack to do that, has to be said, and a little bit of confidence, you know, working the clay, knowing how much pressure to apply. But you're not going to really be able to see this very well. Where's my mirror? Where's the mirror? Yeah. Okay, there it is. Now, we're going to leather. Just gently hold the leather over the rim. Maybe I can just bring the camera here. So I want to show you the if I can, you can see there the gallery that has been formed. Okay, good. Right, put this fella back on the tripod, reset the focus. The next thing we have to do is to make the lid, isn't it? Right. Okay, we're back in the picture there, good. I have to check and double check this arrangement because okay, now before you take him off the wheel, what you're going to do is you're going to take your calipers and you're going to measure that inside distance. Okay, so get yourself a good pair of calipers. Now you might say, well, why, Simon, are you measuring it like that? Surely it would be easier to measure it like that. And you're right, it would be, from the point of view of measuring it, it would be easier. But then later, when I come to actually make the lid, I want to have it like that, don't I? So I'm going to make the measurement now with the caliper in this position. Okay, right, now we're ready to cut off. Okie dokie. There's everything as it should be. One final check down the base here, because these are just thumbed off. Okay, they're not trimmed at all. So we're going to take the wire, just pull it so the toggles come to the back of my hands. You see, like that? That stops the wire pulling through and leaves my thumbs free then to work the wire. Okay, so we're going to go down, straight across. Now we're just going to lift him, because I've cleaned him off with my throwing stick. I can now lift him confidently without it going out of shape or anything. Put him down. Good. Right, let's take this lump of clay and throw a lid. Maybe we'll just focus in here for a little bit of detail, because I know a lot of you are interested in throwing lids. They take a bit of practice, like everything. Right. So this is a 7-ounce lump. So we're centering it. I'll try and do this if I can, so you can see the technique in making these kind of lids. Okay, so what we do is we're going to push down here like that. You see that? Can you see how the lid is already beginning to form? We push down a bit further, and the knob, you see, the knob is there. Okay, but now we've got this thick material. We've got to pull it up. Yeah. And now we've got to bend it over. Alright, now before we go any further, we're going to check the width. How's that looking? Pretty good, huh? Right, now points to bear in mind here. You want the knob so you've got enough clearance so you can get your fingers in. So this channel here has got to be wide enough so you can get your fingers comfortably onto the knob. Alright? We want to be practical. Another thing to bear in mind is that the knob is wider at the top than it is further down in. Okay, so it's very slightly like that, you know. That gives you your fingers a grip. Okay. One more check. Yeah, that's good. Right. We're going to pass the leather over the rim. Now, using our throwing stick, we're going to put that in underneath. She's just going to remove a little bit of the material there, clay material. And that's it, I think. Yep, that's good. Okay, so again with our wire, okay, I'll pull back the camera. I'll pull back the zoom here because oops. Yeah. Okay. Okay, if you have a lot of wet on your wheel head like that, it's not a bad idea to use your throwing stick just to clean off the wheel head before you cut off. Okay? It just stops that water being dragged in underneath, and that can actually cause the pot to stick again. Okay, now we're just going to simply pull like that, and there he is. He's a fairly robust lid. Again, he's designed to be a bit like that because we don't want a lightweight lid. That wouldn't be good. Okay, as far as finishing off the lid is concerned, they should be made to fit, so there shouldn't be really any trimming to do. Having said that, I do just skim them, and I put with my trim tool, I put a 45-degree hole, and I then deepen that hole just to allow any steam to escape out of the knob. Okay folks, that's it. I've got another few more to make here. La 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 la. So, yes. Well, thank you for joining us, and please go to my website simonleachpottery.com, and through my website you can access my video clips, and there's a button down the side. You can click on that and you'll see the latest video clip. So go there. We've also got tools there, sponges on sticks. Have you got a sponge on a stick? You want to get a good one that's got a bit of, and not one with a great sponge on the end this big, because you can't get it down into the neck of a pot. You don't want a big fat sponge, you want a sponge like that. Yeah, there's throwing sticks and paddle tools and these kind of things. Keep practicing paddle, etc., etc. So, and of course you can find a genuine Leach treadle wheel made to a design of my uncle Dickon and my father David Leach. Dickon Nance that is, and David Leach, who designed this Leach treadle wheel back in the 1940s in England. So we are replicating that wheel pretty much, not exactly, but pretty much. It's the wheel I'm using here. Tremendous wheel, really. It's just a great wheel for repeat work. What more can I say? Okay folks, that's it. Keep practicing. Keep practicing. Bye bye now.